Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Today being Monday, it's time to preview some of the reels that have come into my shop. Some of the reels I'll be working on this week and some of the reels that will make it to a video. So if you're interested in seeing any of these as a video, I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel. And if you do subscribe to my channel, please use the notification button. That way you'll see the ones that are getting posted. And well, you'll be able to make a determination as to whether that's one of the ones that you want to watch. I work on all kinds of reels. I work on classics as well as the most current reels. I work on spinning, bait casting, trolling, ocean reels, and everything in between. And I love the reels that come into the shop because there's usually a wide variety of them, and that variety usually is something that the channel viewers enjoy, in terms of how to take the reel apart, service it, and put it back out there fishing, giving it a second chance. And well, a lot of folks also enjoy the idea of the hobby and learning a little bit about the reel manufacturers as well. So many of you know that I went to a flea market this past weekend, and a couple of channel viewers stopped by to say hello, and I always appreciate that. I thank them for that. And well, some of them even dropped off a couple of reels knowing I was going to be there. So, this one belongs to Carmine, and it's a Accurate Turn 300. It's a very narrow channel reel. It's made by Accurate in the US. I think they're out in California. This is the Turn Twist Star Drag. I think I've done one of these as a video. I'm going to go back and check, and we'll see. It has a star drag, not a lever drag. It's a great inshore reel. It handles high capacity and high pound test, and it's a warrior. So he just asked me to make sure it gets tuned up and cleaned up and ready to go, and we'll do that for him. Here's one I always get requests on. We'll see if we can do this one. This is a BG. This is the BG 3500 by Daiwa. It's not working right now because it's all tangled with the line, all wrapped around here, but we'll see if we can do this one. The BG series is a very popular series of spinning reels. I know a lot of our channel viewers have them and want to see how to keep them serviced. It's got the DigiGear setup, and it's a 7-ball bearing reel. So we'll see what we can do. Even Daiwa's reels, some of these are made in China these days. And then I have a classic. This is the Calcutta 200. And what Carmine has asked me to do is tune this one up, which I did. And when I saw him, he said, "Can you get me a power handle for this?" And this would be an example of a power handle. And many of you have watched the video that I did on the Gomexus power handle, and he did as well. He said maybe we can find one of those. So we're going to try and find that for him, and hopefully I'll find it. We'll install it, and we'll get that back out there fishing for Carmine. So we got two. We might do both of them. We're going to have to check on that turn to see if I've done one of those before. Well, Bobby sent me a box of reels again. Bobby is a channel viewer, and I know he enjoys watching the videos. He also enjoys watching his reels get done. So let's see what he's got. He did send me a note that they would be on their way, but he didn't tell me what we have here, and we usually have one or two that turn into videos, so we're waiting to see what we have. Well, this one should be an interesting one. This is an older style reel, I'll guess made in Japan. It's a Silverado. Kind of looks like this Carmen reel that I had seen at one point in time. I have a little loose bail wire here. That's just a matter of just tightening up this nut here. Yeah, this is a Japanese made reel. And I don't know, he's just asking for it to be serviced. That'll make a good video. I haven't done one of those, I know that for certain. Well, then of course I get my pens. They seem to come in all of the time. This would be the pen 9, or yeah, the number 9. Okay, so interesting the way that this thing works. Pen did the 109, 209, and 309, and the 9. Well, the 9 is actually the baby brother of the 209 and the 309. It's the 109 that has a different internal architecture. So we'll see what we can do. This one's got a bad skip to it. That usually means it's a bad pawl. but we'll find out. Well, one of the ways to test on the pawl is to just remove it. And if your reel is cranking fine, then you know it's a pawl issue. If the reel is still continuing to skip, then you've got to dive deeper in terms of what the issues may be. All right, well, that's 2 of them. Let's see what else Bobby has sent in. We have a Shakespeare, maybe Agility, no, Alpha. These are great little reels. So I call these the bargain reels. They're great for kids to learn on. This one, well, something's just jammed up inside. So we may do this one as a why do reels fail. But I like these reels overall. You can give these to a beginner. You can fish them as a long-time seasoned pro. Give it to a beginner. Let them dunk it in the water and don't worry too much about it, right? It's just not that expensive a reel. It has a single ball bearing to it. And let's see if we can see what we got here. 6.2 to 1 is a nice retrieve. It's a great way to let somebody learn how to use a bait caster before they go investing an awful lot of money in one to find out that they don't like it, can't cast it, or whatever the other issues may be. And then we have a side plate here. These are from the Pen 85. Yep, this is the Pen 85 Seaboy. It's an older side plate. And interestingly enough, when I was at that flea market the other day, I picked up a whole box of Jigmaster side plates. I think I got 5 or 6 of them in a box as a bargain. They told me it was just a Boneyards, that they had been working on a lot of Jigmasters and salvaged the parts that they needed. And I was welcome to the rest of them for a bargain price. Didn't expect to show this on my video, but there they are. And well, that one was separate. I bought that one a couple of dollars there as well. But a whole bunch of Jigmaster frames and side plates. And generally what I do with these is I like to tune them up, replace the needed parts, and then get them out there fishing again or hold them in reserve for one of those comes in. I also got a question about an aluminum spool for a Jigmaster. These are aluminum spools, but they were looking for the metallic coated one in red. And that one only came on the 500S. And that one was only manufactured for a while. It's sort of like everybody's least favorite of the Jigmasters. And well, if you're the least favorite, they kind of go out of existence in a hurry. Had a very weak frame. It was the one that allowed you to take the side plate off from the non-gear side. Okay, then a buddy of mine brought over a whole bunch of spinning reels. He's hoping to put these onto fishing poles and sell them as combinations at a local flea market. And there's quite an interesting assortment here. First one up is the Okuma Epixor. This is probably a 30 or a 40. This is the 30, the Epixor 30. This is a nice little reel. I think it has 6 or 7 ball bearings to it. 10. I guess they had a sale on ball bearings that day in Okuma. Spins nicely, and I don't know. I'm going to have to check to see if I've done one of those in my library. Then we have the Daiwa series. These are always popular. This is a Daiwa PS 1605, and this has got the quick casting feature to it. Seems to run okay. A little noisy. That may just be grease and dirt. I like these reels a lot. I've always liked the Daiwa Regal series, and this is one of those. You can go back. You can see it goes back in time. It has the wooden knob, so that's going to date a reel. This one runs nice. Of course, it's tangled up with the line, but we'll see again on that one. Then I have the ever-present Shimano's. This is a Shimano 2000. It's the Sedona. Very nice little reel. I like the Sedonas for pond fishing. This is a 2000 size. It's good for lakes, piers, and ponds. And then we have a bigger one. This one is the only one that kind of looks a little ratty. Typical of the Daiwa reels of the time. The plating wasn't that good. You can always see the bubbling going on the handles and things like that. But this is the Daiwa A, which would be the Apollo series, the 250 RL. The thing that goes wrong with these reels typically is the anti-reverse. This one's running, so it looks like my friend will have a whole bunch of nice reels when properly tuned up to make rod and reel combinations out of to go sell at his flea market and give them a second chance. Well, we had a reel come in, I guess, the last cycle, and I said maybe I would try to do it, and I didn't get around to doing it. as a video, but I think we'll do this one. This is a beauty. This one's comes from my buddy Jeff. He's a friend of mine. He has a Finor 1220 light. You can see it's a lever drag reel, but it's got a relatively small frame to it. That's probably the light. It certainly isn't light from a weight standpoint. And he said, well, something's just not right. Well, first of all, you shouldn't have that kind of a swing in a properly adjusted one, but it sounds like a party or a New Year's Eve kind of noisemaker, doesn't it? And it's not coming from the non-gear side. This is not spinning, so there's something going on there. It's not the clicker. It also has a kind of an interesting little clicker. It's an exterior click mount, and you kind of pull up and out to engage or disengage the clicker. Well, this spool seems to be turning very, very slowly. I think we'll do a video on that one. I'm not sure what the cause is. I don't even know if it's correctable, but we'll see what we can do in terms of servicing it. The reel itself looks nice. I had a buddy drop one off at the flea market, or at the Fisherman's Flea Market yesterday. Said, I just picked this one up for a couple of dollars. You can tell that it hasn't been fished in a long time. It's got the old style braid on it, so it probably hasn't been fished in 20 years or more. Got a lot of dirt to it. It's all tangled up. He didn't say that he even tested it. He just said he got it for a good price. Let's give it a test. Well, it's spinning nice. And he said, take care of it. Clean it up. Get that braid off of there. Polish it. Make it shine. And let me go take it fishing again. And we'll try to do that. And then Thomas brought one over. And I don't know, again, if I may have previewed this one or not. I don't think I did. This is a pen. I believe it's the Fathom. Yeah, it's the Fathom 15. And he said this one's just not running the way it should run. Well, yeah, I can kind of see that. It's well used. You can see the plating is actually worn off there. Lots of hook hits and chirps and the like from it. But you know what? It's a Penn Fathom that seems to be working okay. It's probably a case of a lot of dirt and grease that needs to be cleaned up and put back together again. And that sounds like the perfect opportunity to do a video. So that's what I'm going to be working on over the course of the week. There's a lot of interesting reels in here, a lot of variety. If I had mentioned a reel that you would like to see as a video, please leave it in the comments section. I'll try and get around to that if time permits. And we'll see what we can do to show you how to take these reels apart. Clean them up, service them, re-oil and grease them, get them back out there fishing again, give them a second chance. I hope you've enjoyed that. To our first responders and essential personnel, thank you for everything it is that you do to keep us safe. To everyone, I wish you great fishing. It's time for you to start servicing your reels. That spring season is not that far away from us, so go ahead and do that. And if you have any questions, if you need any help while you're doing that, just drop me a line in the comments section. I will try to get you along the way to get your tackle serviced and get it out there fishing again. So to everybody, please stay safe, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.